why are we seeing Tanzania the way it is? Because the party itself is divided. CCM, I know we have focused more on the opposition was put in jail and so forth, that this is an opposition versus CCM thing. Making the false assumption that CCM is a cohesive, united force, ideologically and possibly functionally. I argue to you, I put it to you, that CCM is a deeply divided party, and that is why there is this chaos. Remember,
when did the divisions begin?
They began quite a while. Obviously, CCM has always had divisions. It has always had internal debates, which is natural to parties. But the leadership that was there before was more intellectual, open to debate, and therefore building consensus. Remember, Nyerere's philosophy was that we as Africans are consensus builders. We sit under a tree and talk until we agree. And that is what formed CCM. That we talk and agree. And therefore, they had small ideological differences, but they were there. Now, come in the authoritarians. If you look at the time of Jakaya Kikwete, Tanzania looked like a debating society. And therefore, Jakaya managed to solve a lot of problems by Tanzanians through debate. And he introduced into his government the main intellectual heavyweights. Kabudi, you remember Kabudi coming to our, BBI conference in Bomas? And you go the kind of debate that gentleman, that professor, brought into our own country, and how he just triggered us to think not only about what he was saying, but of the usefulness of Kiswahili in our own internal debate.
And who we are as a people.
And I remember taking him for lunch, because we were birds of a feather, and we were taking for lunch and pushing that debate further. And I left there, like I had gotten a second PhD, after that kind of a debate. These are the people Jakaya Kikwete brought onto the table. And therefore helped Tanzania. And that's why myself, when I went to debate the constitution in Tanzania in 2015, we had, the conference was interesting. It's 100 scholars or 100 academics, because that was a debate by 100 academics. Now, then comes in Jakaya's successors, total authoritarian populists who have no clue about what their country is about and what their region is about. Tanzania began to drift to the south, like its mandate was to be a satellite of South Africa and other countries in the south. And ideologically, without clear signs, it began to drift. But the worst of it all is now the closing of the space for debate, even within CCM. By the time Magufuli died, we have three functions within the party. And there are those who are for Magufuli, the radicals. Could say those who liked the way he was going. And there were those who were for an open Tanzania. And when Suluhu came in, she took that line that we need to open up. And that's when I was talking about the 4 R's, which were aimed at opening up Tanzania for debate and so on. Then at a certain time, she drifted closer to the radicals. And then she introduced the third function. Those who thought that her succession of Magufuli and continued presidency was legitimate or illegitimate. That debate began to veer up. And whether the mainland Tanzania was getting its due share of the, of the rights. Because Magufuli was a mainlander. He passes on. It goes to an islander, to the islander. And now the islander want a second term, and the mainlander have not even finished their term. How to begin now to debate that? So those are debates which are subterranean, but which are fueling some of the anger
that
you see with the young people. Okay. Obviously, if you ask the Tanzanians, if you ask Suluhu herself, the problem is being a neighbor to Kenya.
Oh.
So there's what they would call the Kenyan syndrome or the Kenyan disease, which is people going to the streets to demonstrate.
Willy-nilly.
Yes, and if you remember her famous statement, that we are the last man standing, that our neighbors are swarmed with this tyranny. It was put in very good Zanzibari Kiswahili.
I remember the statement.
Yes, it was a very indicative, and I wondered why our own leaders here were quiet after that statement, because that was an assault on our sovereignty. Because we are different from Tanzania, and Tanzania is different from us because it is where we were in 1990. That's the difference. The 1990, 1991, 1992, if you listen to our debate, take it in a newspaper at that time and look at the headline, it is the same headline that is in Tanzania today. That's when we were discussing our transition to genuine democracy.